And then so after the Flames organization, I guess. Well, you had a quick stop in Phoenix, it looks like, and then you went back to the Flames. How did that trade, or how did that kind of deal or process
Yeah,
work out for you?
that was weird. So I it was my first year in the NHL, and I got traded at the deadline. Me and Matthew Lombardi, we got traded to Phoenix, and it was kind of a little bit out of nowhere. And I was saying goodbye, and I remember some of the staff saying, "Yeah, we'll see you again soon." And I'm like, "What the hell are they talked about? Like, I just got traded." Like, but it was like something was going on. Like, so I ended up at draft day. I get traded back to Calgary for Jim Vandermeer. And I'm like, okay, that was obviously planned. They wanted Jim Vandermeer for their playoff run. So they said, okay, we'll give you Prusty right now. And then we'll give you Vandermeer after the season. That for sure was part of the deal. So I get traded back to Calgary. And that was the year they hired Brent Sutter to be the coach. And yeah, we didn't really. I don't know what Brent. I don't know if he just didn't really like me, but I was kind of in and out of the lineup and really having a really struggling. Like, would be playing great hockey, and then I'd be a healthy scratch next day. I remember one time I had 2 fights and like 2 assists against Vancouver, and like I was like a healthy scratch the next game, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? I was just miserable.
Jeez.
And then that's when I got traded to New York that year, and that was the best thing that ever happened to me going there.
Who was the GM in Calgary at that time?
Daryl,
Oh, it was Darryl
Daryl,
was the GM.
he was the GM and Brent was the coach. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you
And
remember who they
I
traded you?
remember it was me and um, who else was? I'm trying to think who we traded for. But I was at the bar. I had my dad in town with his buddies, and we are at the bar in Calgary. We're playing pool, and we see up. Oh yeah, well, me and Ole Jokinen were the ones that got traded to New York, and I see up on the TV screen Ole and Prust traded to New York, right, for Kolik and Higgins. That's who it was, Kolik and Higgins. And I'm like, what the heck? We're all sitting around with my dad and his buddies, and I'm like, my phone hasn't rang. Like nobody's told me. I don't. I'm waiting for my phone. I call Ole. He's like, have you heard any? He's like, no. We're like, what the hell is going on? Nobody calls us. Nobody contacts us. We go to the rink the next day, and obviously this trade maybe just hasn't gone through or something. I don't know. Someone got wind of it and posted this trade, but it hadn't gone through yet. So I think someone had a no trade clause. So we're walking around. Brent Sutter comes in. He's like, "This is our team. I don't care what you guys hear on the news or whatever. This is our team that we're playing, and we're playing that night. We're playing Philly, and me and Ole are in the lineup, knowing that we're just waiting for this friggin' trade to get cleared. Sure enough, we play this game and get called to Daryl's office after. He's like, "Yeah, can you guys go to New York? All right, thanks, thanks for playing.
Jeez.
Let us play that game." It was pretty wild.
That's insane. I couldn't imagine finding out at the bar with no one having the decency to call you. Or what did it just leak, or why
It
were you
must have
guys
just
able to see
leaked.
it?
It must have just leaked somehow, or the trade. Maybe they made the trade, but I think somebody had a no trade and they had to waive that still, and they
Mm,
hadn't done that yet. So, but the fact that nobody really called us, like literally going to sleep that night, I'm like, okay, what is going on? And then my dad and his buddies had to pack up all my stuff. My dad packed up all my stuff and took it all home. So that was one good thing about them being out there.